Hey developers, what if I told you that we cut our database cost by 75% without changing how our app felt to the users? Hi, I'm Rizwan, and today I'm showing you how we identified these hidden bottlenecks in our code base. Our application was fast, our users were happy, and our MongoDB was at M80 cluster, and it was constantly at 80% CPU usage, costing us thousands per month. And the culprit? A few specific operations quietly hammering our database in the background. We identified these hidden bottlenecks and optimized down to an M20 cluster with strategic indexing, lookup optimization, and query restructuring. No denormalization, no architectural rewrites, just surgical fixes. So here's the situation. Our SaaS platform was growing exponentially, thousands of active users, millions of documents, but the app felt responsive. Dashboard loads were snappy, searches worked fine. Users weren't complaining. So why was our MongoDB Atlas M80 cluster constantly pegged at 80 to 90% of CPU usage? So we dug into the metrics and found the real culprits. The background jobs were running complex aggregation every few minutes, and the analytics queries were scanning millions of documents for dashboard charts. And the webhook processing, they were looking up user data every incoming event, and the search operations were using regex without indexes on the large collections. These weren't the user-facing features, so we didn't notice the pain, but they were quietly destroying our database performance and our MongoDB build. The front end felt fast, but behind the scenes, our database was working overtime on the operations that could have been 100 times more efficient. So as a first step, we enabled the MongoDB slow query profiler to find the worst offenders, and we immediately found some problems. The background jobs were doing queries like this, and then we added compound indexes targeting these specific queries like this, and the results. The query times dropped from 3.8 seconds to 15 milliseconds. We also found regex searches in our admin tools like this. These were killing us. We added text indexes for proper search like this and updated the queries to use text search instead of regex. It's not as flexible, but when you are processing thousands of records, it matters. Our next bottleneck was our analytics pipeline. We had a job that ran hourly to generate reports, processing 500,000 events, each doing two lookups that over a million of lookups operations every hour. Here is what we optimized. We added indexes on all foreign key fields. We used pipeline-based lookups with projections. We pre-filtered before doing the joins. This single optimization reduced our hourly analytics jobs from 8 minutes to 45 seconds, a 10x improvement. And the final issue, inefficient aggregation pipelines. We had webhook processors doing this. We were sorting potentially millions of records just to get 100. So key principle, filter and limit as early as possible. With the right indexes, MongoDB can sort and limit efficiently without scanning everything. We also moved some heavy reporting queries to run during off-peak hours instead of every 5 minutes. So after deploying this optimization in a single update, our database metrics were improved. The CPU usage improved from 85% to 22% and even low. And the slow queries that were 2400 per hour, they improved to 12 per hour. And the average query times, which was 890 milliseconds, it jumped to 45 milliseconds. The background job duration improved about 80% on average. And in terms of cost saving, we jumped from M80 cluster to M20 cluster. On M80, we were paying $2,500 a month, and now on M20, we are paying $600 a month. And that's about 75% monthly cost reduction. And in terms of user experience, it is still fast because it was already, but now that is more scalable and cost effective, all with indexes, smarter lookups, and query restructuring. No denormalization, no schema changes, no architectural rewrites. And that's how you optimize MongoDB without users even noticing. The lesson. Your app can feel fast while your database is suffering. Monitor those background metrics. If this saved you money, hit that like button and subscribe for more backend optimization guides. Drop your MongoDB war stories in the comments. Happy optimization.